Here's Brody Brazil.
So earlier tonight in San Francisco, the Giants were hosting the Padres, second inning of a normal baseball game, and then all of a sudden, some of the lights went out. Actually, it looks like a fair amount of lights just went out at Oracle Park. We've seen this before, right? And I know what you're thinking. You know me, you know this channel, you know the team I cover. This is the opportunity, right, to slam dunk on the Giants. No, actually, that's exactly what I want to say first in this video. I want to remind you how good this franchise and this ballpark have been at everything they do from a presentation standpoint in the last 22 years. Pac Bell / SBC / AT&T Park / Oracle Park. It has been the cream of the crop in Major League Baseball. Not just the location, but again, how they use the facility and the fan experience. It is the reason why the Oakland A's need to build a ballpark at Howard Terminal, to have something comparable so that the casual fan can make, a relative choice of where they'd like to go attend a baseball game. But I digress. That's the first point. The Giants have been so good, you rarely would ever hear about something like this or even think about it, because it has not been their precedent since this ballpark opened in the year 2000. But on that note, Oracle Park is now 22 baseball seasons old. And my point about this entire video is that if you're around long enough, things like this are going to happen. I'm not an electrical engineer by any means, but I would imagine that something failed that was 22 plus years old. And tonight's the night it gets attention and it eventually gets remedied and replaced. Now, the Coliseum, right? It's been around nearly 60 years. And it's been a baseball stadium and a football stadium, and it's held huge crowds, 60+ thousand over the years. And it's been remodeled in a way that kind of Frankensteined it, back in the 90s for the Raiders and Mount Davis. It has rarely been overhauled or improved in large ways over the years, right? So the Coliseum, and that's the reason they've had multiple issues there over the years. That's the point. If you're around long enough, these types of things happen. And the point here is that Oracle Park, being 22 years old, this is the equivalent of the 1988 Oakland A's season. In that year, the Coliseum was only 22 years old. It's hard to go back and fathom that, like in reverse. And I was there during those years, during the heyday, one of the heydays. But that's the equivalent. So look, Oracle Park, it's only getting older, but they will absolutely take care of it. But that's just the point. The longer you exist, the more you're around, the more hundreds and thousands of games you host, things like this are bound to happen. And the ultimate point is this. If it can happen to the Giants at their beautiful, well-maintained stadium, it can happen anywhere. So before you start throwing stones, just understand that all of us are living in a little bit of a glass house.